I've read all this. I mean, see, with the scrutiny, you don't need to be a politician to understand that Honorable Mpuuga, in all this, is simply a fly to the wanton boys. Because corruption has finally, now blossomed into such a lucrative economic activity here. Honorable Mpuuga, whatever white and black he preps for the defense, there will always be glimpses of shades of grey in between the lines. You understand? It, because corruption is constitutional, our right here. So I would blame the respiration on the systems and on the persons. What do you think? Did you know that corruption has finally, graduated into now having an academia slot in the Ugandan education curriculum? See, the other day I landed on a test paper on higher learning and was, see, listen to this question. If a senior secretariat to the envoy, paid for projects in Kaltakwe but somehow retained the funds anyway, to which labor force did he actually pay to? Now listen to the labor force. A, the visible; B, the invisible; C, the non-existent; and D, none of the above. Now, for all my time in academia, I've never had of such labor force. Did you have you? Now, help me allocate the question to the right faculty, because I failed if it's not corruption. See, you understand? Ugandan politicians all now are, borrowing a leaf off the legendary former Vice President, Dr. Honorable Chiseka, whatever he is. No, see, after heavily misappropriating the orphanage fund, you know what he said? To the tribunal he recited that he is a senior orphan. Now you understand the seniority of the pigs, like we are finally rewriting the animal farm. Uganda. See, the other day they told me that the government apportioned a certain fund for the elderly, but somehow corruption finally caught up pace with the fund anyway. Now, see, the two are dilly-dallying. Uganda is a queer hunting ground, and sometimes the government is itself its own scammer. Can you imagine? See now, when they spoil chokes, no, it's just a bad day in office. And in that walk of shame, the government just walks on to the next item of the order and paper. Can you imagine the country we're in? The other day, the head of state cautioned us not to scare his culprits. So now, the swindlers, smugglers, he calls them my people, my culprits. And he said that with the funds now embezzled, you see, the corrupt, the culprits are Uganda's, potential investors, quite the best alternative away from the Chinese and the Western world. See, and the ordinary man, see, the Ugandans much credit for, a podium position on the corruption world ranking. And when the country now slaves faces off the shortlist, especially the patriots, they develop cold feet like Uganda's unfortunately lost the World Cup. Uganda, it's very funny. See, corruption is inclusively an extension of the Lord's Prayer here. Canterbury and Vatican, please excuse our these peculiar things, See, the prayer, we change the prayer a bit. See, the part where we say the daily prayer. See, now, how we attain the bread is exactly how Honorable Mpuuga went about with it, you see. Corruption is actually our way, Ugandan way of playing catch up to the economic world. You get it? So, the Western fraternity excused this peculiar loss of unity. And by the way, their tenure here wasn't also in good faith. Was it? See, John Speak now told to the guide that he had just now discovered the source of the Nile. But I mean, it's the guys who led him there anyway. See, now what are we talking about? They shouldn't interrupt. This is our thing. It is internal. I would say we are all constitutionally, legible to be corrupt to corruption. And I mean, we might learn, we might want to crash, but I mean, don't cast the first stone, because I mean, he is constitutionally corrupt as I'm constitutional as you are. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That is my verdict.